Let's talk about Sabah football.
Yeah, we're doing well. We're getting better every week. You know, we don't have the best of training facilities.
Biggest problem in Sabah is we don't have training facilities. We need an artificial pitch next to Liquor Stadium. Anyone's watching, any sponsor, any sports ministry, Sabah does not have good training facilities. Without good training facilities, you cannot have a successful professional football team.
There are adequate facilities available. It's for the association to actually arrange this with the respective authorities concerned and come to an understanding, you know. And there are fields available.
But there's not good training facilities.
Correct.
You can't say
but they can be upgraded. But everything, like everything else, you need money.
First and foremost, we had towels on my head, at least Scott and I, because it was really, really hot. But yes, that was season 2 of Bola.Mamak when we were in lovely Sabah. Hopefully we can go there again for free. Hopefully my producers listen to me. Yes, he is. Okay, and what we spoke about was the fact that their training facilities were not good enough. That's how Brenton did his ankle in, and he was injured for some time. Steve, you've worked around the area, including Malaysia. How bad is it?
It used to break my heart to go training every day on pitches that were an insult to the game. Ollie said exactly the right thing. You will not get great players unless you've got great facilities. You look at Japan, you look at Korea, you look at China, fantastic Middle East, fantastic facilities. Vietnam's getting better. Vietnam has got a number of clubs who don't play on the pitch. They've got training facilities. Singapore, I spent 3 seasons there. I trained on the pitch for 3 years. The groundsman was a genius, but you can't do it. Now, there's land problems there, but there's no excuse in Malaysia. Not only are the training facilities poor, the pitches at times are bad. You used to have Shah Alam, like a bowling green, fantastic. And you go to Larkin, and there was rats running across the pitch and big holes in it and a swamp, and sometimes the cow grass was that long. Perlis was magnificent once for the World Youth Cup '97. By 2003, Perlis was a dump. So it can be done. It's been shown that you can. Kelantan have shown they can improve their pitch. So it can be. Pitches are going to be good for television, for the game, and training for the sake of the game long term has got to be done on quality pitches. Look at Japan. I keep saying the same thing.
So is it a bit, I wouldn't say embarrassing, but okay, if it is embarrassing that the national stadium can't hold the finals of the Piala Malaysia, it's going to Shah Alam because the condition is not good. It's stated, it's there in the newspaper. Is it a slap on the face for us?
It is embarrassing. It's our national stadium. It's where our schools of excellence are housed. And I mean, I remember when Brazil came over before World Cup, they dyed the sand green. I mean, yeah, it just says everything.
It's unfortunate. The issue is that the teams don't own their own facilities, and so you haven't got groundsmen working towards a football way of thinking. How the national stadium became unplayable is there was the recent event there. Yeah. It's a national stadium. It's not a national football stadium. It's a national stadium. It was booked out for something else that's ruined the surface. So they're going to play at Shah Alam. Now they've discovered the national stadium surface isn't good. It's a good decision that they're going to Shah Alam. Might have been nice if it was more than 10 days before the final, but it's going to Shah Alam. Wonderful pitch, brilliant, I mean, with the capacity crowd, sensational venue. So it's, I mean, for the final, it'll still be a showpiece event. But we've spoken before about the need for facilities and clubs to be independently and privately run, certainly to look after their players in their own facilities.
And it can be done. I was in India recently, coaching in India, and I trained on a dump, and there was cow manure on it, there was everything on it, terrible. 100 metres away was Eden Gardens.
Cricket.
And that was, you could play snooker on Eden Gardens.
the cricket venue.
Yes,
correct,
cricket venue.
correct.
So it can be done. 100 metres apart, you had 2 different mentalities. And it's the same thing here. It can be done. It's just who's in charge, who's the boss, who sees that as important. Get rid of one player and employ a groundsman. They said groundsman. I don't think there are any groundsmen.
Who's in charge? Look at this, Russian. You see, we're talking about training facilities. I think it's a slightly bigger issue than just clubs itself. It's a social issue. You do not have enough fields for kids to start training first.
Correct.
Now, what happened to Selangor had a training ground near Jaya. That training ground has now become a shopping mall. Then there's also a couple of fields just by the side of it. I think PKNS field or something like that.
Yeah.
That is also being sold, and it's going to be developed into something else. So to start with, we don't even have proper fields for our grassroots development. Secondly, the clubs do not have this training facilities. I mean, Selangor had one, now it doesn't have one. So it is a huge social issue. So it's a responsibility. It's not just going back to the FA. It's not just going back to the local state FAs. It has to be taken care of by the whole society, plus the government. Developers, in the first place, rushing towards making a lot of condos with 60% occupancy so they can make the money and run away. They too must take responsibility. Because if football is a national game, national passion, and it's about a better health and developing wholesome future generation of Malaysia, then everybody must take responsibility, not just a singular entity.
People always ask me the difference between EPL and here, or Asia. Well, the quality of television, because you have more cameras, and the quality of pictures.
Not anymore.
Not anymore,
Same
okay.
now, HD now.
You
Same.
don't see Lee Chong Wei playing on a badminton court with holes in. Quite rightly.
Fair enough.
You don't see the net sagging in the middle with Lee Chong Wei, do you?
Yeah, fair enough.
So it can be done, and it's a disgrace to the game. It's an insult to the players and to the fans. Now, Shah Alam would be great. It's my favourite stadium in Asia. 85,000 people. It will be throbbing. But if it was going boing, boing all the time, it's an insult to those fans. Now we've got a surface slightly wet, it'll be slightly fantastic.
Yeah, but okay, is it the FAM or is it now the government who has to step in?
It's not the FAM. The FAM aren't there to provide facilities for all the clubs. It's not their job to do that. It's up to the individual states to decide that our football team, our football representation is important to the state.
Yeah.
They've done it in Kelantan. Their pitch is beautiful now. Negri Sembilan's pitch is beautiful, and they have training facilities outside as well. So it can be done. I agree with you, the opportunity for more things, but that's a government intervention. In Singapore, they're putting an awful lot of plastic pitches down because we get a lot of rain here and it's very difficult. So they're putting a lot of plastic pitches down. Massive, massive investment.
Is that the way to go? Fake pitches in Malaysia?
A plastic pitch is better than a bad grass pitch.
Correct.
But a good grass pitch is better than a great.
Okay, but now we know that we have rubbish pitches. Unfortunately, the term has to be used. So invest a bit more and go in for plastic.
I would have them for kids. Then the technique, the kids can work on a technique then. Technique. As they get to become pros, you have a few great grass pitches.
But Fulham under John Tigan, I remember we used to practice on a fake pitch as well, if memory serves me right.
Can I share this with you? When we were at the Nike The Chance Barcelona global championships, we were the training ground, Barcelona training ground was actually open to the first time to public in a sense. They had 7 pitches, of which I think all 7 were actually artificial pitches. But the actual, Camp Nou is actually real pitch. But the reserve team and the youth academy La Masia team, so they were all training on the artificial pitches, superbly kept. World class.
And you look at what Manchester City are planning with their new arena. There's going to be a mini stadium, small stadium, close, no running track. So the fans are close, which is again one of my bugbears. And then they're going to have 8 pitches, but that's only for a couple of hundred people. That's not open to the public. So the clubs in Europe are investing in this kind of stuff.
Ross, you've been around Malaysia commenting on the games which are on Channel 801. How do you find the pictures as a fan?
I think the pictures.
GPS, huh?
First of all, don't use Google Maps.
Get to the stadium.
Yeah, no, GPS stadium. But no, I think the actual playing pictures look all right. But the stadium facilities, I mean, they could do with a lick of paint. More than 50% of the toilets weren't working. It's tough, Food's horrible.
I also find it difficult to manage the fact that Kari Kepala Ikan at Stadium Merdeka is not there anymore. I think it's a real downgrade of the facilities in that sense, isn't it, Ross?
It is. Absolutely.
Yeah.
The fans get treated badly in the stadiums, I agree. They're just sort of squashed in. It's not family friendly.
No.
To be honest, it's. We tried to do some research at Perak, who our fan was, and it was he, basically, certain age, 20 to 30, 35. And we've tried to bring more families in, but it was a battle. Why would you bring your wife and kids, sit on concrete, in the rain, all those, I'd ban those nuts as well. Because it's like, millions of tons of nutshells at the end of a game. It cost us a fortune in cleaners to clean Perak Stadium up.
One of my issues is, apart from Bukit Jalil, I can't think of any venue that's near public transport.
Very good point.
Yeah. Well, Paroi isn't near.
Anywhere.
How long did it take you to get there?
You know, if I didn't have GPS, it would have taken me forever. I'd still be finding it now. But yeah, it took a good hour to drive there.
But you know what? I don't believe you because there's no such thing as bad food in Malaysia.